see you got your hoodie and shit.
Yeah, but yeah, it says University of Colorado, Colorado Springs.
That's what's up. It's that cold season. They said I'm not coming outside after midnight.
Yeah.
What's up, Sam, Christian, Q, Rayshawn?
Hey guys.
What's up, Moonflower? Whew, so cold. What type of R&B beats did Pharrell produce for his sound? Um, Mostly made. It really depends on the artist, to be real with you, because like some of the shit he did with Justin Timberlake was like a lot more up tempo. Some of the shit he did for he did stuff for Solange, right?
Hmm. I think.
Yeah, because like some of his shit's more like more melodic and stuff too. So
Was
Hmm.
good.
damn, y'all all
Hey,
got your hoodies and shit.
hey, Ashley, was good. It's hoodie night. It's cold out here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the only nigga about to wear a tank top and shit.
Yeah.
I hit Lamont up and shit like that. I don't know. I'm about to call him in a minute.
All right.
All right.
It was good.
Last Janet album for now.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Uh, wow. Really?
It's good.
Just
Come
trying
on,
to
Reg.
get
Put your hoodie on. Be
shit.
black with us.
Oh wait, I like what it says. I like what it says.
It says, "Bitch, don't kill my vibe." Wow. Is that a Kendrick shirt?
Yeah, like officially when it came out, I got this on
Oh shit.
Amazon and shit.
I never seen that.
Nice.
It was
Had
dope.
it since high school.
Wow. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
still
I got
fitting
my.
you.
You know what?
And it's still fitting you.
Mm-hmm. Got my
Reg is
hoodie.
gonna. What's that?
My hoodie.
Reg is gonna wear like stuff from like 15 years ago. At the way that he's doing.
Shoot. I'm really wearing stuff from 10 years ago. I'm surprised I still fit that crap, to be real with you.
Mm. I know what you
Word.
mean. Some stuff I'm surprised I'm still able to wear like after a certain
Yeah.
number of years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I still got polo tops from like 2003. That I can still
Oh
wear. So
wow.
it be like that.
yeah.
Yeah, some shits I just can't give away. I just gotta be real.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I know what you mean. Like some stuff, if I just can't bring myself to
I
part
really
with.
don't care about Kanye changing his name to Ye.
Yeah. Did you see what he's wearing like a mask now? Like some weird
Who
mask
is?
he's wearing in the street.
Who is?
Kanye.
No, I didn't see that.
Yo, he wearing like some like
Griffin,
mannequin
what's up?
type
I
of
sent it
mask.
to you.
I think
Oh
the
yeah, I sent
last
you
thing
the invite on.
I think the
Hmm?
last thing I seen of him with that was when they were talking about the Met Gala.
Yes, the Met Gala. Mm-hmm. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, I still wear Tim's, Sam. Always for the winter. Yeah, he got a new haircut. Yeah, he got some like well that haircut is something he had before though. Like when he first came out and he like when he went to the Grammys, he had like that leopard print haircut and it was like dyed and like with the patches and stuff. Yeah, he's crazy. I don't know what he's doing. It's all for attention. Nobody's talking about Donda anymore. That's why. Bun B tried to sign with Bad Boy. I didn't even know that. And thank God he didn't, because he would have came out with crap on you. You know.
He said he's coming in a few minutes, y'all.
What type of R&B does Pharrell do? Pharrell does great R&B. It's not space age. I don't know what space age R&B is.
I
That
don't know that.
alternative R&B, like the internet and
Yes.
shit.
Yes, like
Oh,
that.
oh, that. Oh,
Mhm. Mhm. He does great R&B.
I really don't care about Kanye changing his name to K. Or he just does
Yeah,
shit for attention now. I'm just over this
yeah.
shit.
because
Try,
nobody's
try to
talking about
send
Danda
it
no
to.
more. Yeah.
Fuck Donda. Fuck Certified Lover Boy.
Futuristic R&B. No, he just it's like a mix of like disco, because you could tell if Pharrell is like influenced by like the disco era and alternative stuff. You know.
Got my Oreos.
It's hoodie season now, yo.
Yeah.
Bobby
Bobby.
Shmurda got clowned for twerking in his music video. Yo, he hasn't been right since he came out. I'm just gonna be real.
People still
I'm
listening.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he was touched in prison. I'm
He
not.
was
I'm not
touched.
being. I'm not being funny, but it's like ever since he came out, he's been on some weird shit.
He was touched by an angel.
Oh,
No, you know what?
Oh man.
He just got that prison fever and shit.
Who still listens to him? What does he put out since he been out?
Nothing. He literally put out nothing.
yeah. I haven't heard nothing.
Y'all made him out to seem like he was gonna be the king of the like some 50
Right?
Cent shit.
I'm like, come on. I ain't listened to him before he went to prison.
Unfortunately, he's gonna be a one hit wonder. Unfortunately,
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
bitch caught a body about a week ago.
Kanye changed his name. I didn't know that.
Who?
Kanye, he
Yeah, he
changed his
changed his
name.
name.
He did. Christian billionaire genius. I didn't know that. Oh man, this is what TikTok got niggas doing. Twerking on. Come on.
That's why y'all would never see me on no TikTok.
Nah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like some Michael Myers mask he's wearing.
There he is.
Hello?
Hey,
Yo,
hey.
what's
How,
good?
how was everyone?
Chilling.
Good.
How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
That's what's up.
Y'all ready to talk about this lovely album?
No.
Dang, we ain't even got started and try already.
Right. I mean, he always hated the album and shit.
I'm gonna tell you why I hate it though.
Okay.
I have my reasons.
I'm
All
like,
right.
you
Okay.
bugging. This is way better than Discipline. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you
What?
that. Yes.
Wow.
You said
Yes.
better than discipline.
And 20
Wow.
and 20 YO.
I don't know
And
about
I'm gonna
that.
tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
No. 20 YO, that was better.
What?
That was better.
Oh, you
Okay.
bug.
You didn't like 20 YO? Hold up, didn't we do 20 YO with Lamont?
Yeah, we did.
You didn't think that was a good album?
I thought it was a good album, but not better than Unbreakable.
What? Oh
Um,
Lord.
well, we'll talk about it in the show.
Yeah. Y'all better leave Janet alone and shit. I better leave Janet alone. Shit. It's like y'all act like we talking about Latoya Jackson up this bitch. Shit.
Thank God we
Oh
not.
man.
Right. And no one else.
Thank God we not.
Oh Lord. Don't give Rich no ideas. He might do a whole discography breakdown.
Nah, I don't have the strength to be real with you. Alright. Okay. I'm all ready. Got my blue light on. Got my fire stick on. Let's get this shit started. What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely, lovely, lovely Tuesday night on a special time at 10:22? It's your boy Reg in the building. Got Tribor the instigator here.
What up?
Got Ashley the queen here.
What up?
Got our special guest Lamont Hicks, creator of the Very Funny Legends panel. Also has a very dope podcast on his channel too, which I be peeping and stuff too. How you doing, Lamont?
I'm pretty good.
That's good. That's good. All right. Before I start, make sure y'all check out the Masquerade clothing on my Instagram. And I just opened up the website store too. Y'all can go on my Instagram, follow the link on my story. All right. On my bio, excuse me. All right. Finally, we're talking about the recent Janet Jackson album, Unbreakable. Whew, 2015.
Wow, I actually got it.
Oh, I actually got it. Okay, bad,
Yes,
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah. I showed it during one of the collection
you
videos we
did.
did
I don't remember. Where was I?
a while back.
a while back.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know if it was the one that I had so many CDs to the point where
Yeah,
we had to do like a continuation of it
she
because
had
I
the
had too
most, yo. She bought like the whole store.
I was like, okay, Ash, okay. Oh shit. But yeah, this album came out on October 2nd, 2015, on her Rhythm Nation BMG label, which I want to say that's her independent label actually. Singles I was known for are No Sleep, Unbreakable, and Damn Baby. Um, y'all, the only guest appearances are Missy Elliott and J.Cole. All right. Okay, so a lot has happened in between Discipline and this album. So she left Island Records, after the disappointment of Discipline, and pretty much she kind of focused more on acting at that time too. But then at that same time, she was going through the death of Michael Jackson, which happened, of course, on June 25th, 2009. Which she kind of revealed that she was kind of going through like a depression. And it was also around this time too that she ended her relationship with Jermaine Dupri. Thank God. But anyway, yeah, but I'm just gonna be real. He put out some of the worst Janet shit. I'm just gonna be real. Like Janet and Jabrin just did not match musically.
That I agree with. I agree with that.
Yeah, I just gotta be the one to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. You said why you disagree?
I didn't find anything wrong with the music they made together.
Hmm, interesting.
Compared to the hits he gave Mariah, I think it was a huge downfall for
Wha-
Jermaine production
Well,
wise.
I'm not gonna comment on that because there might be Mariah fans out there. So
Mm, yeah, man. I just feel like compared to like the shit that she did with like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, it was just
Right.
like Jermaine and it's kind of weird though because like Jermaine Dupri it's been very hit or miss. It's like hip hop wise at that time he was done, in my
Mm,
opinion. But R&B wise, I mean, he still had the Ushers, the
Yeah.
Mariah Careys. So you would think that him working with Janet, they're about to get in some probably some funky kind of shit or whatever. But
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. It was just some stuff worked, some stuff didn't really work. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
yeah. You think the
So
fact that they were dating at the time, you think he would give his woman some better material?
Right.
right, Jesus, I'm still amazed at how he pulled that and shit. I'm being
Right.
real with y'all. Like shit, like. Anyway, so like around this time too, like I said, she focused on acting. She was on, like I mentioned, Why Did I Get Married? Then she appeared on Why Did I Get Married 2, which I'm gonna be real. I did not like the ending on that movie. I'm just gonna be real with y'all.
Yeah,
I did
yeah,
not like the ending in that movie. It
yeah.
was
I didn't expect it when I first watched it myself. I was like, dang, really?
mm. And then she also appeared on For Color Girl,
Yeah.
another movie I didn't really fuck with.
I mean, it was messed up and it had a lot of sad moments and it's just
It was like the Michael Ealy scene when he angled, he threw the baby. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, the
That was
kids.
crazy.
At
I
that
was
point, I
like,
just stopped
how
watching the
do
movie.
you?
Right.
Yeah, because it makes you think like someone in real life would actually do that if they
Mm-hmm.
were like really that unstable or just
Right.
out of their mind
Yep.
to
Mm,
do that to their own children.
yeah, man. I'm just like,
That's
okay.
crazy.
So,
I did not
so
like that, and I think that's one of the few reasons why I won't be so quick to watch for color girls like that.
me neither.
Right.
It was like
Tyler, go ahead.
it was like one of those black trauma movies that was traumatic for no reason and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I've never read because I know it's based on the book,
Yeah, I
but
never read the book either.
Tyler is way too heavy handed in how he tells stories, so that's why like he's too melodramatic where he should hold back and things of that
Right.
nature. So yeah,
Or just tone it down sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like sometimes it works, but then there's other times like it don't work. Like that
Right.
Temptations movie with Lance Gross and
Oh yeah, and
Brandy. Oh my fucking god! If I can do a
yeah, I
whole
watched that.
review on that movie,
Do
Yeah.
it.
oh my god, that movie was so bad. So it was a disrespect to black men, a disrespect to black women, a disrespect to black love, disrespect to HIV and AIDS patients. Ooh, that's that's probably his worst movie. I'm gonna be real, and the fact that Kim Kardashian was there
I
too.
wasn't
Ooh,
expecting Kim K in that
oh my!
movie.
Crazy.
I was like, out of all the things to make
Right.
it bad, you had to add this. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna save that.
Yeah.
I might have to do a whole review on that
A
one. Just
movie review on.
Yes.
yeah, because that movie, I don't even. It's like I watched it once and it
Yeah, I
stuck with me
watched it
twice
once as well.
because it was just so. I just felt disrespected. Like,
Right.
and y'all talk about Soul Plane and the Cookout. I'm just like, I'd rather watch Soul Plane than this shit.
Oh boy.
I'd rather
Jesus
watch The
Christ.
Cookout.
Soul Plane is like Malcolm X compared to Temptation.
Wow.
Dang.
Wow.
But
okay.
Okay.
hey, I'm gonna be real, but I'm gonna save that for another day.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like I said, she was going through like a little depression, which kind of well, I'm gonna be real blacklisted too, which I'm gonna get more into that in a minute. Um, then around 2015, it was announced that she was planning on dropping a new album and a world concert tour, and this became like the Unbreakable Tour. And of
Okay.
course, BET wanted to jump on the bandwagon when they did the made up Ultimate Icon Music Dance Visual Award, which everyone was making sense that they just made this show so Janet can come and perform, but Janet didn't really perform. I think they had like Sierra, Tinashe, Jason.
Remember when they said Seattle was the new Janet Jackson, and I was like, what?
They,
You all nuts?
Mm-mm.
I like Sierra, but no,
That's a stretch.
no,
No.
That's a
No. No. No.
huge stretch.
because
No
Sierra,
comment.
Sierra, you can tell she's more influenced by MJ than Janet. First of all,
Yeah.
second of all, Jason Derulo, really?
What? Oh boy.
Jason
Tinashe,
Derulo. Oh
Tanashi.
wow.
They still around?
Jason Derulo.
Wow.
like that whole tribute was just
Yeah.
minus Sierra because Sierra she did her thing, but that
Mm-hmm.
whole tribute was just I'm just like BT. Y'all should stop doing tributes for a while.
Right.
Yeah, they could have
Sierra
had a
Even
was
though
they
sloppy.
could have had a better lineup than that.
Mm-hmm.
Sierra was sloppy. Tinashe was stiff, and Jason should have been there at all.
I agree.
first of all, what does Jason Derulo do? Does he sing? Does he rap? I
He
mean,
sings.
Well, he's
He
supposed to
sings.
sing. He sings
Allegedly.
allegedly.
he sounds like a Rocket Power character.
Oh,
Sounds like he hangs out with Otto and Twister and shit.
Right.
dang.
Anyway, but yeah, man. So this album came out and it was critics loved it, fans loved it, minus Try.
Right.
Um,
The fans loved it.
and
Wow. What's wrong with you fans?
and yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have Ashley just show the booklet and stuff like that too.
Please, because I'll never get it.
Yes, Ronnie. I cannot wait for that Janet documentary, and you know we're gonna be talking about that too.
Ooh, I
So
want to see
Yes.
that.
Yes, that looks good.
I might do that live each episode. I might go live with that one. I don't give a fuck because
Mm.
they making it out to seem like it's like a 4 hour documentary. I'm like, oh shit, y'all better
So
talk
they're
about
gonna
what
break
happened
it
with Bobby
up.
Brown.
What, like an hour each night,
You
or
can't talk about
Yeah,
fantasy.
you
Right.
said what?
You can't talk about fantasy. That's all in Bobby's mind.
Right.
I'm just like, nigga, you can't even hold on to Whitney and shit, man. No, let me stop.
The same man who said he never did drugs before Whitney, and there's a whole video
That's a
of him
lie.
dropping cocaine on the
That's a
stage
lie.
at
Oh
the American
God.
Music Awards or the MTV Awards, whatever it
VMAs,
was.
yeah.
Crazy.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he claimed that he taught Michael how to moonwalk and everything. Yeah,
What? He
like
said
shut
that?
your ass.
What?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he said that.
Wow. Yeah, he was on drugs. He was on drugs.
Yeah,
Heavy.
Ronnie.
Unreal.
Since I'm doing all these movie reviews, I am going to stomach myself and watch Love and Basketball. So yeah, it's gonna be
Yo,
after the
you're
Batman
stupid.
when I do the Batman movies and shit. Cause I want to
Yo.
watch the good movies first.
Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah. The booklet, it got photos of her as well as the lyrics to all the songs off this album. So
Oh.
Oh shit! It
yep,
actually has lyrics on the booklet in an
yep,
album
Right?
released
Oh my
after
God.
yep,
1990. Wow,
That's rare.
yep.
that's rare.
Yeah, because you don't see too many albums with
Right?
lyrics in them anymore.
No.
All
You
right,
just
I'm just
don't.
surprised. Wow.
You just
Anyway,
don't.
Clutch was good. Salute.
so Clutch. Um, Q said Jason is a ripoff of Usher.
Not even.
Not even.
Not even. Don't disrespect Usher like that.
No.
No.
Oh my god.
Anyway, shit.
Lord.
So the album is separated into two sides. You know, the first side is like the dance pop R&B side,
Hmm.
but then the second side is like the more atmospheric electronic kind of sound
Oh, that's
too.
how she did it?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that. See, when I heard it on streaming, it was just all together, so it didn't have like a side.
yeah. Because when it was first released, I don't think they dropped the right track list when it was first released, from what I remember.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah, the
anyway,
entire this edition of the album that I got is split into side one, side two type deal.
Right.
yes, sir. I love albums like that when it's done right. Shit. Um. Anyway, so 17 tracks. Let's get this shit started. Track number one is title track Unbreakable. Nice little track right here. Just like a nice little vintage track where Jen is just thanking her fans, for holding her down and stuff like that too. I love it, you know what I'm saying? Definitely had that nice little going out with your girls kind of vibe and shit like that too. So I fuck with it.
I didn't like it. Nope.
Why
Wow,
didn't you
what?
like it?
How do you not like this
The
song?
the the whole reason, my whole reason for not liking the album is gonna come when we rate the album because I just feel like
Okay.
a lot of the sounds for the tracks, it sounded like EDM that she should have did like back in the 2010s. You know, because she came from that lane, like dancing, that's her thing. You know what I'm saying? So like I felt like the EDM dance, that's her lane. I just felt like it was too little, too late with this
What?
album. To me, I
Mm,
felt like it was too little, too late for this
Mm.
with this album. That like the year that it came out, and if she had dropped this like 09, 2010, I thought it would have been a better album.
But there aren't a lot of up tempo. Like you talking about like up tempo?
No, I mean, like she's always known for dancing. That's her thing. Like more than anything else, ballads or whatever, mid tempo tracks, dancing's her thing. I
Uh huh.
think the sound of this album would have fit her in earlier, not when it came out. This album came out like 2015, 2016.
yeah.
2015.
Right. I think it would have fit her like maybe 5 years old, 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the songs I'm hearing. I'm like, I've heard so many other artists do these type of tracks. Rihanna, Usher. You know what I'm saying? Like using artists like David Guetta and Calvin Harris. I just felt like we were already over that EDM sound in the 2010s, and I felt like this was like an album that came out too late, in my
I,
opinion.
I didn't
Think
get an EDM from it, but
You didn't get
okay.
EDM?
No,
I
I
felt like it was
didn't.
an EDM.
I
it's
didn't. I didn't
more
get that.
it's more R&B.
Yeah, I think with this album, it's a mixture of the R&B side as well as the pop side of it. That's all.
this is gonna be an interesting review.
Oh yeah.
Because you know that that's Janet's thing. Well, Janet and Michael's thing is mixing
Right,
Yeah.
genres. So
right.
So I'm kind of confused by the EDM thing, but okay.
I mean, to me, I'm hearing it like Moonflower mentioned that Khalees album was not good. That Flesh Tone album wasn't good, but it's like if you give those songs on Flesh Tone to Janet, she would have killed it. I'm just saying, I felt like the album came out a little bit too late. It should have came out earlier. I felt like in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Because that would have fit Janet. Like I could see Janet doing a whole album of that. I just felt like it gave off more of an EDM sound than R&B sound to me. You know what I'm saying? Because R&B was changing at that time. We had a lot of artists come over from down under that was hitting America, and they were getting more praise than our own artists in R&B. You know what I'm saying? So when they were praising Adele and praising Sam Smith, what about our own artists? Like they were the ones that in R&B that was getting the most praise. So to me, it felt more of like an EDM album than an R&B album to me.
Hmm.
I kind of hear what you're saying in a way. I hear what you're saying, but I don't know if I would say EDM all the way.
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
Well, what songs on here on this album do y'all feel like it sounded like R&B? I didn't get the R&B vibe on here.
I'm
Unbreakable
gonna
is
be
R&B.
Yeah,
Unbreakable is a throwback Motown type sound.
yeah.
I didn't get that. I'm not hearing the R&B in it. You know what I'm saying? And I know R&B has changed. Maybe that's why because I'm so used to hearing R&B a certain way.
You
true.
you
Yeah,
think
but then,
okay
but then
the okay you thought the initial song Unbreakable
mm,
is EDM.
No, I mean the whole album, not
I
that
know
song.
that. I mean, okay, so what the first song? How does that sound to you?
It's okay. It's I mean it's like the title track. I don't I expected to come out out the gate with a title track. You know what I'm saying? That was cool, but like the whole sound of the album to me was more. I'm hearing more EDM and club than R&B on it.
mm,
At least for that time, cause like now, like there's artists that we could point to that sound like R&B. You know what I'm saying? Like newer artists. Like SZA, Lucky Day. Those that's R&B. You know what I'm saying? But for that time, it was to me. I felt like the genre was crossing over into other genres. So it's like, who was really true R&B at that time in 2015? Then you know what I'm saying?
Didn't
mm,
Solange as a seat at the table come out 2015 or 2016?
That was a great album, but that sounded
yeah.
like R&B though. That was an R&B album.
Hmm.
It just really depends on the artist and how they define
Right.
their R&B sound and style, I guess.
Right.
And that's what I kind of got off of Janet for this album. So, but I'll say my thoughts on the song. Unbreakable, I love it. Very upbeat, good way to start off the album. It does have that feel good vibes, like just driving in your car on a nice sunny day or something like that. And I remember hearing this song on the radio a couple of times. So yeah, I can definitely see why this was picked as a single.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I'm just still trying to figure out the whole EDM thing. I
All
don't
right.
get
You,
that.
you, you, you see what Moonflower said? I'm gonna give you an example. Moonflower said, "Why doesn't it fit in the year it was released?" All right. When you go back, y'all remember the Usher album, "Looking for Myself"?
Of
Yeah.
course.
When you listen to that album only stays in that time frame because he made a album for the sound of at that time, which was a lot of EDM and dance. If we play that album 20 years from now, it's always gonna be, oh, this is Usher's EDM album, because it don't sound like nothing of his other albums, like My Way or 8701. Some artists in the past have made albums just for that time frame. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to Michael Jackson, Off the Wall, that's a disco album for the end of disco. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't sound, it don't like every time you hear it, it's gonna always remind you of disco. It don't sound like Thriller or Bad or History or any of his other albums after that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's like this album. I feel like it would have worked if it was released earlier. Than I just felt like it was released a little bit too late when EDM was going out. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not. There's not too many artists in R&B that's doing that whole EDM thing. You know what I'm saying? When it was big, it was big when the VC did it, and Calvin Harris and David Guetta, when they were using R&B artists for their own albums. So I'm saying, like, for at least for me, I felt like it was released a little bit too late when that wave was already dying out. Am I making sense?
No, not at all, because it's not an
I'm
EDM
here.
album.
Maybe I'm hearing it differently from y'all. Then I'm just hearing. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Tim?
Oh man.
Thanks, Ronnie. All right, so we all said what we had to say about Unbreakable.
Yeah.
No, Lamont didn't speak up about this song.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
cool.
oh yeah.
I like the song. It's a, like I said, it's a throwback Motown sound type thing.
Yes, sir. Motown. Shit. Clutch to attacking my boy Try. LOL. Shit. Now we're gonna get to Burn It Up. This is probably the only song where I can accept Missy Elliott going meow. But yeah, this song, mm, I like whenever Janet and Missy does shit together.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like this is a good song, but it feels more Missy than Janet. I don't know if it was just me and shit. And it's kind of crazy too because Janet said she wanted something like a dance record, and she felt like Missy was like the best person to really do that shit, which she's not lying about that.
Right.
Um, yeah, man. So this is a pretty dope track. You know, Missy Elliott, in my opinion, one of the GOAT females in hip hop. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Y'all can be on Lil Kim's dick all y'all want. At
Yeah.
least Missy has more than one good album and shit.
Right.
But
Right.
excuse me. Um, yeah, so it's a pretty dope song and shit like that. Just the whole Missy Elliott with the cat noises kind of threw me off and shit.
I like this song. This song was dope. This was a. I think I felt like Janet always had a good like repertoire with Missy. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely like this song. Her and Missy make a good combination. This is dope.
Yeah, I'll admit I definitely like this song too. It's always a good thing whenever Janet collabs with Missy.
That
Yeah, I like the song. Upset that we didn't get a video for it because
Yeah.
yeah, there was supposed to be a video for it, but it didn't happen because of everything that happened that era. But yeah,
Mm.
that facts. And yeah, Missy Elliott, yeah, Missy Elliott, yeah. Shout out to, I mean, shout out to her. Keep your head up. Y'all know she's going through her Graves' disease and shit, but yeah. Um, now I'm gonna get into Damn Baby. Um, very dope track in my opinion. This it's kind of an interesting because it's a vintage kind of track, but they threw in elements of trap and stuff like that. I can low key and just kind of saying what Try said. I can kind of picture Rihanna on this track a little bit. I don't know if it was just me,
Yeah.
but yeah, very dope track. I kind of heard this track a lot too when this album came out. Um, yeah, very dope. I love them synths that they use and shit too.
I could definitely see Rihanna on it, but like to me, Janet was just so dope as a dancer that she could dance to anything. So whether it was trap or R&B, EDM, I think like I could definitely see her on stage dancing to it. But I think the track is more fitted for Rihanna than her.
I like the song. I think it should. I think it should have been. It probably should
Oh,
have been the first
oh, that
single. Oh,
that's
go ahead.
actually okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, no, no. Lamont can finish what he was saying, and then I'll say what I gotta say.
Oh, I was just saying. I thought it should have been the first single, not because I particularly thought it was the best single on the album, but because I feel like that's what music was at that time, and I think that's what people wanted from Janet, that type of dance thing. So yeah.
Mm. I'll admit I'll admit the song got got played a couple of times on the radio too. I know my mom liked the song. I'll admit it was, to me, it was decent, even though it's not a favorite of mine. But I'll admit it was alright.
Yeah, definitely. On that track. Yeah, it just every time I hear that beat, because when it's like when we were going to college and shit, it was like they were always playing that trappy kind of sound. And then it
Right.
was at a point when everybody was trying to do that
Was
trap
doing that.
sound and shit, like
Right.
Usher,
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce, and stuff like that. It was like at one point, Future was like what
Right.
everybody was trying to be like.
Bryson Tiller.
Well, see, yeah, Bryson Tiller, he was one of the doper ones that did that Trap Soul
Right.
album was
Yeah. I
flawless.
love that album. That's
The
a dope
second
album.
album was trash.
Yeah, I didn't care for this. Too many
Yeah.
songs too.
Right, and it was too many collabs, too
Yeah.
many clubby kind of. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, it's like you could have been like a D'Angelo in your own lane or some shit.
Right.
Then you doing that wild thoughts with
Yeah.
Khaled.
I
Jesus.
actually like that song. That was a big hit.
I liked
It
it,
got
but it was like one of those
overplayed.
It
songs
got
that they
overplayed. Yeah.
based it off Rihanna's choruses and shit
Yeah.
like that.
It got
Mm-hmm.
overplayed to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'd rather listen to that
Mm-hmm.
than that Chris Brown, Omarion,
Oh
Eat the
God.
Booty Like Groceries. I'm still bent how we let that slide. Like
Hey
we let
man.
that get a hit.
It happens.
We let that be number one, but
Hey.
we don't let um Sid's album from the
Right.
internet. You know
Slept
what?
on.
Yeah,
Slept on.
so slept on. But we
Yeah.
let that.
Mm-hmm.
We let white people say eat the booty like groceries and shit.
Mm,
God damn it! Like fuck you mean eat
mm.
the booty like at one point I didn't even want to go to Walmart at one point because of that shit. Like God damn, I'm over here trying to get some fucking
Yo, that was
sausages and shit
stupid.
like that. Next thing you know it, having these little girls talking about eat the booty like groceries. Like,
Wow.
what kind of
Oh
5 year
my.
Hey.
old is
I
saying
I
eat the booty
I
like
never
groceries?
looked at Janae Akko the same again after that.
Right.
She a freak.
It took me until a trip to actually look at her different after she left Big Sean and shit. It's pretty
Right?
much that. All right. Now we're gonna get into the Great Forever, which I'm just gonna be the 18,000th person to say it. She did sound like Michael Jackson on this track. Um, yeah, this was a very smooth kind of track. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about like her romantic life and shit like that. Because I think at that time she got married to that billionaire
That
at that time
billionaire.
too. Yeah, she's talking about how she feels happy and shit. Vocally, pretty much one of the best songs off this album.
Nah, I didn't like it.
Oh,
No.
oh.
It's as you can't try. Well, you say she sounded like Michael. I don't think she did, but nah, it's not for me.
Oh man.
I,
The Great Forever. I like it. I like it. I'll admit it. It's pretty good to me. It's just one of those songs that, to me, it was just so different from anything I ever heard at the time, and the fact that Janet, I guess, experimented with that particular sound for it definitely speaks volumes to her creativity as an artist and not being afraid to try something different. And I don't know about her sounding like her brother on this song. I kind of see it only a little bit, but not completely.
Mm. A lot of fans were saying that about the in the comments when I was looking it up on this song. So I thought a lot of people thought about it too.
Hmm.
I think a lot of people felt that way. I didn't feel that way. I don't think she sounds like Michael on that song.
Oh well,
it's
damn.
it's okay. It's not one of my favorites from the album, but I like the song.
Well, damn. Put me in the corner based on all this shit.
he giving all of us smoke tonight. He gave me smoke already.
Shit. Ronnie said Tank makes the best trap beats. Tank,
What?
you mean the whiny Tank?
Tank?
Hell no.
TGT Tank? Wow.
Hell no.
Wow.
The
What are y'all
the Key
saying
Sweat
tonight?
wannabe Tank, the one that Jacquees can't even be on his best date Tank.
What are y'all saying?
Please don't go, Tank.
Wow.
Oh, when I first heard that song, I thought this nigga was having a heart attack or something. He was gasping for air or some shit.
Mm.
Oh my god, like
Oh God.
y'all killing. I don't even have my Hennessy. And y'all killing me right now. This shit, like dog.
Oh
Track
God.
number 5. Shoulda know better. Should have known better than to answer that comment. But anyway,
Uh,
I guess this is where Try gets the EDM a little bit. I don't know and shit like that because it this was like another one of them tracks that kind of had like a trappy kind of vibe to it. And pretty much with this track, I guess she was just talking. It was pretty much talking about like what was going on in the world at that time and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at that time, 2015, the Black Lives Matter movement was really pushing
mm,
ahead and shit like that too. And everybody want, everybody want to be down for the cause, which I'm not trying to say Janet was and shit like that too, because she did make songs in the past, Rhythm Nation, Janet Period. I'm not and shit like that too, but motherfuckers want to make them kind of songs and shit like that, but then 10 minutes later they're gonna say all lives matter. But anyway, this was a decent song and shit.
I think it would have been good, like I said, like early 2000s to me. I don't know, like maybe I just like heard the album on the wrong day. I just felt like I remember hearing the album when it came out, but I just felt like a lot of these songs it just wasn't hitting for me like in the past. I don't know
Maybe
if it
you,
was the sound or if it was Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. You know what I'm saying? Like I
yeah.
feel like part of me feel like she should have moved on from them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I mean, cause it's like she's worked with other producers before. You know what I'm saying? But they gave her most of her hits. But like the EDM, the dance sound is Janet. You know what I'm saying? That's what she's known for. She's a great dancer. I just felt like I don't know if it's. I think part of it is Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Do you also feel like nostalgia has a part in it too? Like,
When listening to this album, then the nostalgia factor is there because it's like like when you hear songs like Together Again from Velvet Rope, that was a great dance song. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hear what's that song? When I Think of You, that was a great dance song,
mm-hmm.
and I felt like part of it was I was caught up in the nostalgia of it, but a lot of the songs didn't do it for me. It wasn't like memorable tracks to me on here.
true.
I don't know if that's just me.
That's just you.
Oh man.
Mm,
No, it's I like the song. It's a good song. Socially conscious song. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. I like Should Have Known Better. Definitely one of my favorites off this album. I
Mm.
like the fact that she was talking about a little bit of what was going on at the time, but at the same time, excuse me, but at the same time too, it had that upbeat, danceable sound to it.
Yeah, I definitely hear what y'all say. It just feels like this album combines significant parts from some of the popular
Yeah,
albums
Yeah.
to put it all in one and stuff like that too. Like he has the dances, the dance poppy of Control, the sensuality of the Janet Period and stuff like that, the vulnerability of Velvet Rope. Hell, you even have a little techno from All of You and
yeah,
shit too, if you really
yeah.
listen closely.
Right.
And dare I say, you even have some discipline dances kind of tracks here too, and shit like that. Like it
Right.
just has a little bit of everything. Um, well, when I said Q, I said I'd rather do 3T than any other solo Jackson album. Let me be real. Jackson 5, that's still I can still talk about those, but
You didn't like Jermaine stuff? Of course you did.
I don't want to talk. I just feel like I wouldn't get anything if I reviewed like the Dynamite
Mm.
is one thing. That's just gonna be
Yeah, we
the
reviewed
That
that.
was
yeah.
great. I love
That
that
was
album.
the definitive Jermaine album because I just feels like it is everything I had to say about Jermaine was on that
Right.
album. I like Let's Get Serious. I
Mm.
like that album, but at the same time, it's not anything. It's good. It's good quality wise. It's above a lot of his other albums, but it's not really anything I would sit down
Right.
and listen to. 3T, on the other hand, vocally,
Mm.
I would sit down and talk about that than any other Jermaine or hell, even a Marlon album and shit. Um, but a Jackson 5, of course, we going
Mm.
I
Yeah.
can talk about those all night
The
and
the
shit.
best Jackson 5 stuff, not the latter stuff, 2300 Jackson Street and all that.
I mean, I can still
You
talk
talk about
about
that?
that. I can still talk about that and shit because I have a lot to say about that. Let's just be real. I'm gonna be real with that, but I'm gonna save that for another day. Where we at?
After
After
you
You
fall.
Fall. Very good
Did
song.
Lamont say his thoughts on the song?
Yeah, you said it was good, right?
Yeah.
You want
Oh, should have
Okay.
known better. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
the song.
Oh,
It's
okay.
socially conscious.
got you. After You Fall. Um, hmm, probably one of my favorite tracks off this album and whatnot because she really went in depth about how she felt after MJ died and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Pretty vulnerable track. Like this is a track I could have seen maybe on Velvet Rope and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just based on the production. And she was also talking about the Super Bowl incidents too, because when I said blacklisted, you know, like it was revealed recently that I think the head of the NFL or whatever at that time was trying to blacklist Janet Jackson,
Mm.
and that's when he made sure that they took all her sponsors and stuff. I think at that time she was supposed to have been on some Lena Horne, some playing Lena Horne movie or some shit too.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I didn't hear about that.
yeah, but meanwhile, Little Timberlake got off scot free, but that's
Mm.
another story for a different day. Um, yeah, so this was a pretty dope song. I like it.
I think this would have been better as a ballad. Like, think like again was like one of her best ballads to me. I think if she made like the song where she's talking about her feelings of losing the best entertainer in the world, I think it would have been a better song if it was like just a full ballad. Because like when Michael died, like I cried, man. Like that was Michael to me was everything. That was music to me.
That
That
was
was
a
my
shock.
that was my
Yeah,
introduction
that
to
was a
music.
huge shock.
You know what I'm saying? Like being there for the Thriller era. That was like my introduction to music, and seeing the Beat It video. Like the first video I ever saw was Beat It, and I don't think music will ever be the same without him. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Mm-mm.
still has an influence on pop music and with a lot of other artists. And you know I want to see this documentary. I feel like she's gonna pour her heart out in the documentary, and letting people know finally how she felt about her brother dying and everything. And I wanted to hear that in this song. I don't think I was getting that.
Interesting.
Mm. Yeah, after you fall, I mean, I like the song because that vulnerability that played out into it, and I'll admit it had me in my feelings a little bit. I think I even cried a little bit when I was listening to this song too. So yeah, yeah, definitely not a bad song.
Yeah, I like the song. It's very because I feel like it's more to do with the Super Bowl, and I feel that and all of that happened after that. So I think it was very fitting for that topic.
Definitely agree with y'all on that. Dope opinions. All right, now we're gonna get into After Fall, Broken Hearts Heal Night. Um, this song right here was a pretty decent track right here. Um, again, it's another tribute to her brother and stuff like that. Kind of like a off the wall is kind of track.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Has
was
like a
just about to say that. I was just about to say that.
disco kind of feel to it, in my opinion. Very dope track.
It was cool. This was a cool track. One of the few I like on this album. It was cool. It was a nice beat.
Yeah, Broken Hearts Heal, I'll admit, another favorite of mine off the album, and it does give me a little bit of the off the wall influence, so to speak, because of the tempo and the beat of it. That's what it reminded me of. Definitely like a somewhat of a danceable track, if you will.
Yeah. very dance track, not reminiscent of Together Again, but similar in concept, where it's something upbeat to celebrate someone that you've lost. So yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Interesting. All right. It kind of reminds me of y'all remember that one track she did off the number ones album, that Make Me track? Kind
Yeah,
of reminds me of
Yeah.
that a little bit.
yeah. I remember
I see
playing
that.
that song a lot, and I even have that number one hits album too. So yeah, I played that song a lot, and it does kind of have that off the wall influence on there too.
Right, definitely. Um, Next song, The Night. This song was okay. It was more like a house kind of track and shit like that, which I like ice house music, but it's not really my cup of tea and shit. So it was decent.
It was dope. I like some house music when it's done right. You know what I'm saying? Like just growing up and hearing different sounds. Like that was a big thing in like the New York City clubs was house music and techno music, and I think she displayed that well on this track.
Yeah, I like Night as well, and I agree with Try. I feel the same way. Like if I hear whenever I hear house music, if it's done right, then I'll take it.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best songs on the album. Upset that it wasn't released officially as a single. So yeah.
Interesting. All right, we have Night. Now we have No Sleep featuring J. Cole. This was the single that came out. This was the official comeback of Janet. Love this fucking track. Love that beat. Video of course is dope too. You know what I'm saying? Kind of has those anytime, any place kind of vibes, but with the 2015 twist to it. J. Cole did his thing too on this one and shit like that. Yes, sir. Nigga from Fayetteville rapping with Janet Jackson. That's what I'm talking
Right.
about. NC represent. That's what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Um, Definitely a very dope joint. One of my favorites off this album.
This is definitely my favorite track on the album from the moment I heard it,
Hey,
and I think she picked the right single, and reintroducing herself to like a younger crowd at that time. With J. Cole, one of the best out right now in this era. And I'm glad that she put like both versions on the album. Like she put the one with J. Cole and the one without. I feel like it's a banger without J. Cole too. But definitely one of my favorite Janet songs like ever.
Yeah, I love No Sleep. I still hear this song getting played on the radio today, but it's not this version. It's the other one with just Janet on there. I've seen the video plenty of times. I love the video. I even remember it was like a part of it where it was like a photo of her and Michael as kids in one part of it. I felt that was nice. But yeah, all around dope song, dope production, dope beat, everything. Even I really could not believe she even collabed with J. Cole. That speaks volumes. Definitely repping North Carolina in a big way. So kudos to him.
definitely.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite song overall on the album. So yeah, I really like this song.
Yeah, this song is a banger. I remember when this song first came out. It was on every radio and shit.
Yeah.
Um, Now we're gonna get into Dream Maker slash Euphoria. Um, this song right here kind of has like a '70s vibe to it, like '70s
Hmm.
soul vibe to it and shit. Again, it's another song that reminds me. There was this one track. I think it was supposed to have been in a Janet Period album. It was called like R&B love song, some shit like that. Fire ass joint. Kind of reminds me of that shit. Yeah, this was a very dope one where it showed and utilized Janet's vocals on the track too. I love it.
It was cool. I liked the track. It was decent. You know, nice
Yeah,
beat.
Dream Maker slash Euphoria definitely has those 70s vibes to it. Does it say like what if she sampled a song? for this track here or no?
It doesn't say that if she sampled it or not. I think it was just
Okay.
they redid it and they made it out to seem like it was a sample.
Okay. Because I wasn't sure. Because I thought she probably sampled someone for the use of this song. But overall, it wasn't bad. I definitely like this song here too.
Yeah, great song. I really like the song.
Definitely. All right, now we're gonna get into "To Be Loved." Um, it's a cool song. Not really one of my favorites either. So
It was alright. It was okay.
Yeah, to be loved. Even though it's not a favorite of mine, I'll admit it was pretty decent.
To be loved. Um, I like the song. Um, sorry, I'm trying to formulate my thoughts.
you good? Take your time.
it could have been because they on the with the Target edition of the album, there's a song on there called "Love You for Life." I don't know if we're going to discuss it or not, but anyway, there's a song on there called "Love You for Life," and I feel like that could have probably been replaced with that song. So yeah, but I like "To Be Loved" too.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't hear those Target edition tracks though, but I definitely will
Yeah,
keep them
yeah,
too.
yeah. The edition that I have is the standard one. I don't have the Target edition of the album.
Yeah, that's another Motown sounding song. Motown. Well, if you ever hear it, you'll hear it. You
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely love when she does those old soul tracks. In my opinion, like there was this one track that she did. I think it was called in a free zone where it kind of has a house feel to it, but then they used a sample and they use like a sample from this soul group called Archie Bell and the Dwells, and it kind of transforms it into like this jazzy house ordeal. And I love it when she does like those vintage kind of styles. To be honest with you, um, next one after "To Be Loved," "Take Me Away." Again, another song that's decent, but at the same time, this one, I like vocally the vocally style that she was talking about. She's talking about like fairy tales and dreams and shit like that. It was just like I think she was like going for like a nighttime kind of song. It was like, oh, we're like in the fairy tale dreaming. I'm like, okay. But vocally, this song saved the day. That's all I gotta say.
I like the beat. I think the beat was cool, and I don't mind the fairy tale subject. Janet always seemed like she could make a song out of anything. Like, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? She could flip the different topics. So I didn't mind the fairy tale part.
Yeah, Take Me Away. I definitely like it. This is definitely one of my absolute favorites off this album. Yeah, the at first I wasn't sure what the gist of the song was. I feel like Take Me Away was just going somewhere, just I don't know, to another place or somewhere like that. But just now realizing that it I guess kind of has a little bit of a fairy tale aspect to it. I mean, it's unique, just pretty much something I wasn't expecting Janet to do. But hey, her level of creativity, where her mind goes. I mean, what more can you really say about that? I definitely like it because I had moments where I feel like I just want someone or something to just take me away from where I'm at now.
Right.
I understand that. Um,
Yeah.
what I like about the song is what I like about Michael and Janet's album overall is that they change up genres. One moment you're getting R&B, the next moment you're getting rock, and then so forth and whatnot. So I like the fact that it's like it's something different than what the overall feeling of the album is. So yeah, I like it.
True. True. Definitely. All right. Next song we have is called Promise. This is a song that I do like and stuff like that too. Definitely, again, has another one of those dreamy kind of feels to it, so I like it.
It was cool. It was alright.
Yeah, Promise definitely was. It definitely was a decent song. I'll admit that.
Yeah, I think this is another one that is actually longer on the
Yeah,
targeted edition of the album. So but I like the song. It's okay. Not my favorite on the album, but I like the song.
All right. Dope songs, dope opinions. Now we are going to get into lessons learned. Now this is actually Terry Lewis's favorite song off this album,
hmm.
and it was a song that was talking about abusive relationships and pretty much how it's pretty much talking about how people love to be. It's like misery loves company. Like they talk about how they want to change, but then they always falling for the same abusive patterns and stuff like that too. So yeah, definitely a very heavy track right there too. I love it.
I like the the content of the song, like that's dealing with like a serious topic, and it was a good song. It was like a powerful message and something that like resonates with any era that people could relate to. So that was a dope song.
Hmm. I definitely love this song too. Definitely has a certain special place in my heart about it. Even though I've never been in an abusive relationship, I'm thankful for that. But I kind of have, I guess, learned certain life lessons when it comes to relationships in general. Kind of expecting a person to, I guess, change a certain way or just remain the good-hearted person that you once thought they were, but then it's like kind of don't give your hopes up too high.
Yeah, this song is kind of like in my opinion anyway. It's kind of like a not a counterpart to, but a continuation of Black Cat and What About Black Cat from the Rhythm Nation album and What About from the Villa Rope album, because they're both basically dealing with the same subject matter. Well, all three are dealing with the same subject matter. Domestic violence in a relationship. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I wish there was like really more songs that really talk about these relationships in a way. I feel like these days there's people that they'll have a song that says "cut that bitch off" or that Rihanna song "Man Down" and shit like that, or
Hmm.
like Jasmine Sullivan's "Bust the Window."
Yeah, bust your windows out. Yeah,
I just feel like it's like I don't mind a revenge track. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like
yeah,
people get the wrong message when they listen to songs like that. It's like give them an excuse to beat a nigga up and shit. Mm, Jesus Christ. Now we're gonna get into Black Eagle. Black Eagle. This was another solid song. Has a Rhythm Nation kind of feel to it in a weird way, and according to like Jimmy Jam, it was pretty much a song pretty much talking about the kids and whatnot too. And I kind of feel like she calls us a Black Eagle just to talk about like the wisdom. I think the wisdom and shit like that. How it has one within, in my opinion. So
Yeah, again, that has like a powerful message, and Janet and Michael was always great at like spreading powerful messages for the world through their music, and I like this one. This was a good, nice beat with it.
yeah. At first, I wasn't too sure what Black Eagles was about, but now that I know what it is, yeah, I'll definitely admit it was a good song with a message. Of course, Janet always comes through when it comes to stuff like this. Even Michael doing the same thing too. No surprise there.
Oh, we're talking about Black Eagle, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
No, you good.
I like this song. Once again, I felt another song that should have been released because it was very what's the word, um, on point with the time period and what we were going through at that time. Well, it's still relevant now in terms of things that's happening in the world. And I also want to let your name, the one that feels as EDM. Oh, he's gone.
Try. His name is
Oh,
Try.
try,
Well,
try.
they're dragging you on Twitter
Wait,
because
what?
Oh my God.
I tweeted about it. I didn't say his name or anything, but they're dragging him on Twitter. Just to let you know.
Oh
Oh
wow.
Lord.
if you
Damn.
follow if you follow me on @THO123 on Twitter, you'll see they're dragging you on Twitter. Just letting you know.
Oh Lord.
You said twi
Try.
Try.
try. Yeah, they're
They're
dragging you on
dragging me on
Twitter.
Twitter. Hey
Yeah,
man,
because
I gotta speak my truth. I love Janet, but we gotta
Hey,
give smoke to these legends when they're not dropping a good album.
no,
hey,
they're dragging you for saying that it's an EDE
It,
I got I
EDM
got
album.
to
dragged.
me it sounds like an EDM album.
I
I'm
got
sorry,
dragged
Janet
before.
fans. Janet is a legend, but let's not act like all her albums were classic.
I didn't mention your name, but they're dragging you.
No, mention my name. I want the smoke. I got smoke on here for me already, so it's all good.
Hey, hey, we
This is what
say
we
what
do.
we say what we feel.
Yes, this is what we do.
Hell, I got dragged by the worst, man. I got dragged by the worst, man. Like niggas got
Mm.
mad at me because I said certain albums were overrated, certain albums were trash and shit. So fuck it.
Oh boy.
And shit, try to say he wants his name up there later.
Hey man. Follow me
y'all,
on Instagram.
y'all funny.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Mm.
well traveled and shit like that. Next track. This sounds like another like dope track. You know what I'm saying? Um, one of those tracks where it kind of has like a message towards it and stuff like that when it comes to like race and where it comes to like how we've all come a long way, and we can make a success of ourselves now and shit like that. We don't have to repeat history. So I like this track.
I
Very
like the
underrated.
message again. I like the message, the positive messages that Janet always, put out there in the world, and that was dope.
Yeah, even though I like the message of the song "Well Traveled," I'll admit it was a pretty cool track.
I like the song. It's very sad to me. For I don't know why, but I feel like it's very sad because it sounds like a goodbye song. I don't know why, but that's how I
Mm.
feel about it. But I like the song though.
Yeah, it does have like a melancholy feel to it too. I kind of see what
Yeah,
you're
because it
saying.
kind of feels like you're saying like it's the end of an era or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Definitely. All right. And the last track, Gonna Be Alright. Love this fucking track right here. Um, Definitely kind of like has a soulful, upbeat kind of vibe, like a cookout kind of vibe and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Nice way to end off this album. It's like Motown. It's like Motown meets the gospel soul of like Aretha Franklin. That's the best way to put it and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? This should have been a fucking single, in my opinion. It kind of reminds me of what's that track? What's that track? Like something like from the Janet period, like that. Whoop now or whatever that shit is. It kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah, it was cool. I'm just laughing at the Twitter comments right now. 'Cause I was I was looking at the Twitter comments,
What they saying?
and they want to fight me. That's it's all good.
Oh god.
Hey man, I
Oh
guess I
god.
guess I'm Janet's number one enemy, but you know,
Mm.
I thought the Beehive was bad and shit.
right?
Damn.
Mm.
Oh man,
At least no one's throwing no Unbreakable CDs at you yet.
right? Oh Lord,
Oh god.
please don't, please.
Oh Lord. Is it my turn? I'm sorry.
I think it's Ashley's
Yeah.
too.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Gonna be alright. It was definitely a good song with a message. Always, I never expect anything less from Janet. She always finds a way to get her point across.
Yeah, I agree with Reggie. This should have been a single. I like this
Yeah, a
song.
lot of stuff on this album could have been singles too.
So
Yeah, which I'll talk about that too.
so yeah, mad about that as well. But yeah.
All right. So, my honest opinion on this album. This is a very good album. I'm not going to lie.
Hmm.
Huge improvement over fucking 20YO
Yeah,
Discipline.
yeah,
I don't know if I'll say it's better than Demeter Joe. I don't know about that yet.
yeah. I would not go that far.
Yeah, I won't go that far yet because Demeter Joe, that got some fucking. Oh, that
Yeah.
was a song I was thinking about. I Want You from Demeter Joe. That
Hmm.
was what I was thinking about.
Or the Kanye
The
joint. Yeah.
yeah, the Motownish kind of vibe and shit. Um, anyway, this album right here was very dope. Like I said, it was like a mixture of what we loved from Janet, in my opinion, minus the first two albums.
Yeah.
um, my only gripe with this album, I feel like certain songs should have been a single, in my opinion. Even though the album is good for the most part and shit, but I wish like songs like "Gonna Be Alright" was a single. Um, maybe "Broken Hearts Heal," maybe, but that was probably too personal for her and shit too. So um, I give this album, I'm gonna give it a solid 4 out of 5. I feel like it's nice. It's that Janet introducing herself to a new generation. I like it. Fuck it.
I like two songs on here. like
Oh,
I
wow.
like the Missy joint because I think she and Missy always work. I wish she and Missy did like an album together. I always thought they were a good match, and I like No Sleep. That's really about it. Like I said, like I already said my opinion on. I'm already getting hate from the Janet fan base, but I just oh man, I just don't feel like it was one of her greatest albums. Like to me, and I know Lamont said this earlier. To me, I felt like 20YO is a better album than this. I feel like Demeter Joe's a better album than this. Discipline. I didn't really care for Discipline except for like a couple tracks. I think that was like one of her like worst albums. But I don't know. It's just I think that sound. It was like I get it. Like the sound. Like she. That was her lane. It's just like there's not like memorable songs on this album for me.
And
I'll admit, Unbreakable is definitely a big step from 20YO and Discipline, to be honest. This album has a lot of great stuff, I feel like. At least a few other tracks should have been singles. I guess something like maybe The Great Forever or Broken Hearts Heal or just something of that sort could have been possible singles. That's just my take on it. I'll give this album 4 out of 5.
Um, this is my third favorite album after Rhythm Nation and The Velvet Rope, and
Wow.
oh,
I just feel like there's a whole lot of in terms of singles and videos and things of that nature and visuals. I just think there's a lot of wasted opportunity because
Hmm.
of what happened with her, getting pregnant and whatnot. So it's a lot of wasted opportunity in singles that could have been put out. But outside of that, I think it's a solid album. So yeah, and I'm still stuck on the whole EDM thing. I don't get that, but I don't have an issue with the fact that it's not one of your favorite albums because everybody has an opinion. But EDM, I'm
You know
like,
what it is? It's not the fact that there was some songs that sounded like that. I felt like it wasn't memorable songs. Like she's had memorable songs like that in the past though, and I just felt like listening to this album. I'm like, yo, like has she outgrown? Do you feel like maybe she's outgrown Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis?
um,
I disagree.
No.
Well, I feel like is if an artist is or she's an artist and if she wants to grow that she wants to move on to work with other producers, that's fine. But the issue is that a lot of the fans want her to just stick with Jimmy and Terry, especially after Demeter Joe and 20YO and whatnot, which I think are good albums, but a lot of the fans don't like those albums. So well, they like Demeter Joe, but they don't like 20YO and they don't like Discipline. So, so they feel like she should stick with Jimmy and Terry. But I feel like if you want to grow as an artist and you want to move on and work with other producers, then of course, and yeah. And she co-produces all of her stuff, co-produces and co-write all of her stuff, so she can do it. So it's not like she's just dependent on Jimmy and Terry to make the albums happen. So why not work with others? But I don't feel like that she's outgrown them or that they give her not still material but material that's not solid. I feel like everything they've given her in terms of producing and whatnot has been solid. So
What's her last classic album to you?
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable was a classic to you?
It's my third favorite album
Wow.
after Rhythm Nation and
See, in my opinion, I
Unbreakable.
think her last classic was Velvet Rope, and I think All for You was great. I don't know if I would put it on the same level as like Rhythm Nation and Control. I think Velvet Rope was like her last classic, and then when we get to the 2000 stuff after All for You, that's when I saw the downfall. Like letting Jermaine, to me, I don't think she should have let Jermaine produce the majority of her stuff after that. Like when, Demeter Joe and 20YO and stuff. I just felt like maybe she should have just stuck with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. But I do like songs on those albums. I don't feel like none of those albums are classic though.
Well, Jimmy Jam and Terry are on Demeter Joe and 20 Wild. The only album they aren't on is Discipline.
Right. And I didn't care for that one that much either.
But I feel like everything, because I feel like in terms of what on the 20 YO album, Jermaine produced everything, or he was the most influential producer on everything up until like
Right.
maybe I can't think of the song where it started, but the first half of the album is Jermaine Dupri, and the second half is Jimmy and Terry, I think,
Right.
in terms of who
Yeah.
So but like I said, I think it's a solid album. It's very, it's kind of ratchet, but
Yeah.
um, it's a throwback to the not a throwback, but because a lot of people consider the Control album to be pop, and it's not. It's really a solid R&B
Mm.
album, because even Jimmy said that their goal was to set out to make a album that would be in every black household with the Control album. So it's actually an R&B album. So I feel like
Right.
that's what they were trying to do with 20YO, was make another full R&B album. And it's just that was the sound that was popular at that time. But yeah,
Right. And she had a huge pop fan base when Control came out. So like a lot of those songs, when I think of you and Let's Wait a While, they were like played in movies and stuff. So she had like a huge pop following, and maybe that's why people feel like it was a pop album.
yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
Yeah, man. And also too with that, when it came to the control, a lot of those '80s, you gotta remember a lot of them '80s R&B was used to synths and shit after
Right.
Thriller and
Right.
Purple
Right.
Rain and shit too. So you
Yeah.
gotta also remember that
yeah, that's true.
because I was just talking to Try the other night how I felt like when R&B in the '80s happened, like 1980, 1981, and now even say early '82, you can say it was still like they were still trying to find themselves after disco and stuff like that. You know, you had like albums like the Ruthless Master Jam and so on and so on. Once Thriller came out,
Yep.
everybody was trying to do a Thriller
Yeah.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. Then once Purple Rain came out,
Mm-hmm.
it was a wrap.
yeah,
It was a wrap. It wasn't until like the New Jack Swing and stuff like that. That was when that was like the next major sound and
Right.
shit too when it came to R&B. But between 82, 86, a lot of your favorite R&B cats like Cool in the Game. Hell, I would even say Stevie, because in Square Circle was more synth heavy than say Hotter Than July in my
Right.
opinion.
Yeah.
They were trying to
Yeah,
do that more thriller sound, that more blockbuster R&B sound, like I would say.
yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, you still had your Sade's and your Whitney Houston's and all that shit too, but
I feel like with Michael, I feel like he like well as with the Thriller album, with Thriller and Off the Wall, those are basically people consider them to be pop, but they're basically R&B. But because they had such impact that people consider them to be pop albums, but they're
Right.
not pop albums; they're R&B albums.
right. Hell, Ray Parker Jr. He's another example. Like, listen
Mm-hmm.
to the shit he did with like radio and some of his earlier shit. They listen to like everything around like the Ghostbusters
Yeah,
album. That was like a lot more Patty LaBelle too, like the new Attitude era and shit too. So
yeah.
one more time this one. I'm gonna stay for a few more minutes and shit. Ronnie said Janet with Jimmy Jam or Terry or Janet without. Oh, Janet with Jermaine
Janet
Dupri.
with
With
definitely.
Jimmy Jam
Oh,
and Terry.
um, which one will we choose?
Yeah, Jimmy Jam or Terry Lewis or Jermaine Dupri.
Jimmy Jam and Terry.
I got a question for y'all. Janet with Jimmy Jam and Terry or Mariah Carey with Jermaine Dupri.
Mariah with Jermaine, because
Ooh,
like everything after you can say like Music Box, like she was in her stride with Jermaine. Jermaine gave a lot of those big hits,
yeah.
from Daydream and Butterfly, Rainbow album, your
true.
favorite soundtrack. What's that? Glitter.
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 Motherfucking Justice fucking Glitter.
You know,
Now that's
like,
a fucking classic.
oh Lord,
I don't give a fuck with nobody. That's a fucking
What's
classic.
a classic?
The Glitter
Glitter.
soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
That movie was terrible.
Mariah's third best album.
Her third best album.
Her
You put in
third,
that. What's
yeah.
your first two? Oh, before Glitter.
My favorite was always gonna be Daydream.
Okay,
Second,
Yeah, I love Daydream.
I'm gonna
that was
go
good.
with 97's fucking Butterfly.
Butterfly was great. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
favorite.
Daydream and Butterfly, they're my favorites too.
Yep.
Yeah,
The
those are
third,
great.
Glitter.
Wow. Over Emancipation.
Emancipation, that's gonna be my fourth or
Yeah,
fifth
four.
because I gotta slide her debut, might be my fourth
Right.
because
What
niggas be sleeping on her debut album.
What did you think about Music Box?
I'm gonna get some flack from this. I feel like that's the weakest album in the '90s.
Go ahead, Mariah fans on Twitter, attack him.
Yeah, I feel like that's a weak. I feel like to me, Music Box vocally was good, but I when I look at Mariah's first three albums, those are to me the pop R&B, the Tana Mottola albums. I call them that era.
Right.
Emotions was the Motown. It was the soulful out of all three of them, which I feel like does not get its due to this
Yeah,
day.
I
Which,
agree.
yeah, Music Box was to me cheesy, like Dream Lover.
What? Dream Lover is fire. What are you
I
talking about? You
Dream
hate that
Lover,
song?
the video.
Wow. I love that
I'm
song.
so tired of Hero. I'm so tired of that fucking track.
Classic ballad.
That sounds like That sounds like some
If
Celine Dion shit. And
if she do a verses right now and close out with Hero, she win in the verses.
hell, give me One Sweet Day over Hero.
She could win with that too.
Like, but y'all talk so much shit about the Glitter soundtrack. But y'all play this Dream Lover. Y'all play that Dream.
That's
I'm
fire.
gonna give her Music Box is the weakest album in the '90s.
Wow.
I would put the fucking
Wow.
Rainbow over Music
Totally
Box.
disagree, guy. Rainbow was underrated, if anything. I don't think that's better than Music Box.
Give me Charm Bracelet over Music Box.
Oh man.
And it's crazy. 'Cause at first, I used to like the Music Box, but then when I really listened to her discography, I'm just like, it sounds like some coffee shop R&B Walmart kind of music. And shit. Like, uh, yeah, yeah. Music Box to me, that's just always been one of my weakest when it comes to her golden rise in the '90s. So. But y'all talk so much shit about the Glitter soundtrack. Like, fuck the movie. I don't give a fuck what the movie. Period. I got a question. What do y'all think about the E equals MC squared album though?
That was good. That
I never
was
listened to that album. To be
that was a
real, I
dope
never
one.
listened to that one.
I like that one. That was good.
What's what's on that album?
That's the one she got with
Touch my body.
yeah, that
Oh
joint.
yeah, I remember that song.
And she got a song with Jeezy on it.
Yeah. I love you. Was it I love you long
Yeah,
time?
something like that. I think it's called.
Oh yeah, it's
Mm.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. It plateaued after Emancipation. It was like
yeah, I agree.
Emancipation Light. That's what I call it.
I agree. She fell off after Emancipation.
Uh,
After E equals MC squared, like
After that, she fell off.
that was at like her finding forever. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
but nigga was talking about Jagged Edge was like one of the greatest R&B groups. I'm just like, nigga, oh my god,
what?
They were good for
I
their
hate
time.
Jagged Edge.
What you mean?
I've
They were
been
like thugs who
Well,
trying to be
like
R&B
Jack.
singers. Like,
they can sing. They can sing.
I never said they couldn't sing. I just don't
They,
like them. Like,
they were them and 112 in the 2000s were like the best two R&B
please don't put
groups.
112 in the same
What you
sentence.
mean? 112 was good. It was only
112
them
was,
and
I hate
112
when
was good.
niggas put 112 and Jagged Edge. No, 112 were like the Temptations of Bad Boy Records and shit. Like,
Oh wow.
Jagged Edge, they were
I'm not
like
going
some
that far.
thugs that was trying to. They were like the Ja Rules of R&B. They were like the Ja Rule of
the
R&B and
the
shit.
Temptations of I'm not going that far with 112.
Yeah,
No,
that's
no
a
No,
Edition is
lot.
more Temptations than 112 is.
That's a
I'm not
lot.
trying to say like Slim is like David Ruffin. I'm just saying style wise, they were like Temptations. Like, you know how Puffy was trying to make his own
Right, but
album.
to me they were the best two R&B groups of the 2000s. I wasn't a Pretty Ricky
They were the only
fan.
R&B groups of the
Well,
2000s.
yeah, I mean, you had Pretty Ricky and you had Drew Hill was like on
They
their
were
last leg.
crunk R&B.
You had Next on their last leg. You know,
My favorite R&B group.
right? Oh man,
Oh, Lamont, did I ever tell you that the lead singer of Next got at this nigga one time?
he mad at me. He blocked me on Instagram.
What
You know,
happened? Why?
like I just told him the truth. I told him that your group wasn't that great to be in the top 50 all the time.
Oh,
You had one good album. What am I lying about?
and who did you say this to now?
RL.
Oh, from
I had,
Next.
yeah, I had a conversation with RL in DM, and he came to me. He was like, I'm the cousin of Philip Bailey from Earth, Wind and Fire. Okay, but they're great. Your group ain't. There's a difference. I said you had one great album. The second album, you had one single, "Wifey," which everybody remember, and Arista stopped promoting the album after that. And then he's in his feelings about, oh, you're too harsh with what you say. I'm like, you want me to lie to you? And then he bribes me with like $500 and, oh, I'll send you $500 and tickets to see me in Philly.
I'll just
But
take
Why was he bribing you with that?
he wanted me to change. It was on an Instagram post. It was a public page,
You should have took that
and
ride.
And he
they
was
had
that.
hold up. They had the top 50 R&B groups all the time, and he felt like Next was better than Earth, Wind and Fire and the Commodores. Like, no, where you get this from?
Next better than the Commodore.
That's what he
Oh,
that's what he was saying.
oh,
If you
wow.
saw the list was like all these groups, and he felt like he was better than all of them, better than New Edition. I'm like, no, you're not better than New Edition.
Mm.
He was that pressed. Okay.
Yeah, he was pissed, and he came to me and he was like, I want you to change your. You want me to change my opinion on social media, and he bribed me. He was like, yo, I'll give you $500 and tickets to my, because Next was touring at that time to come out to Philly. And I was like, no, it's not about the money. I'm like, you can't change how I feel. You know what I'm saying? It's not about no money.
Why
Revenge said I should have took it.
No, I'm saying you should have taken that bribe and exposed him on social media and shit like that.
Why?
That will make them more like a clown and shit. Think about it.
Why would you try to bribe someone about
Yo,
an Instagram
let me
post?
tell you, this dude came on the channel. He came on Reg's channel, like, but when we did the review with about the Barge Stay With Me album, he took a photo of the episode and he made a meme out of it on his page and he left it up there for like 2 days and then took it down.
That was more publicity.
That's why he was in his feelings about what I told him. So ever since then he's blocked me from Instagram, he's blocked me from his YouTube channel. I'm like, I don't care. Like I'm gonna speak the
Wow.
facts. Like, yeah, you had a great first album, Butter Love and Too Close was dope, but you didn't make nothing classic after that. You
Hell,
know?
niggas don't even
Wow.
most R&B groups like All for One don't even have a good first album and shit.
Exactly.
Mm.
Like, be grateful you had
You
like
know
a
what I
like
mean?
an album
He's
that you
like,
remember by.
he's like, don't call him. I call him by his real name. He's like, don't call me Robert. It's RL. Like, who are you?
Wow.
You like, and I made the same way he made the meme. I made a whole post on Instagram showing the real king of Minnesota, which is Prince, and he got in his feelings about that. I'm like, we all know who the real king of Minnesota is.
Wow.
He
It's
talked
not
about
you.
that.
You know what I mean? And I showed him the Purple Rain album. I'm like, this is the real king of Minneapolis, not RL or next.
He was that in his
Yeah,
feelings
he was
about it.
pissed. He
Dang.
was pissed. He
Oh
still
wow.
blocked me. He still blocked me to this day.
That's crazy.
You know,
That,
it's a public it's a public post. It's not like it was on your page. It's on a public post with a whole other like thousands of comments is there. And for whatever reason, he picked my comment out of everybody else.
Wow.
You know what I
that
mean? So
that
you know,
reminds me of the story about when fucking Coogee
yeah, the whole
made
thing with
Talib
Talib.
Kweli. Yeah, he made Talib Kweli mad, and Talib
Hmm.
Kweli called him a coon and
I
shit.
saw that. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm just like, this nigga, you let this motherfucker, now they make no classic albums and shit.
exactly.
Nigga that's going through
Your
sexual abuse shit right
your
now
your,
and
your
shit.
classic is with Black Star. That's it. You ain't got no classics after that. You know,
How dare your debut album called Quality and shit?
it's a
When you
good
didn't have no
album.
quality after.
It's it's a good album, but it ain't no classic though.
It's a four mic album, man,
Right.
at most. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video off right now because I'm hungry as hell. I need to eat since this morning. But
Before we go, on Twitter, someone said, "Say that you only heard "Burn It Up" without saying that you only heard "Burn It Up." In terms of you saying that it's an EDM album.
They coming at me. I'm sorry, Janet fans. I love Janet. She's a legend. I just wasn't feeling this album.
Mm.
how funny
Don't
I
come at me too
feel.
hard. Don't throw me with no Unbreakable CDs, man.
Shit.
Oh man.
So got a few announcements I want to make before I head out and shit. So this upcoming Thursday, I'm gonna talk about the one, the classic, Rascas, Soul on the Ice. Rascas was supposed to have been here, but you know
Right.
what? Shout out to Rascas.
Yes.
He's in the UK at the moment, you know. At least he hit me up, so I
Right.
can expect that.
He not in his feelings about stuff when we talk about it. You know.
But whenever he wants to come on the channel, he's
Yes.
always invited.
For sure.
Try got a few things tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I got we talking since it's Halloween month. I'm doing a discussion on The Crow. The only good movie from that franchise. I don't need no Crow fan to hit me up. It's the only good movie from that franchise with Brandon Lee. Rest in peace to Brandon Lee. So that'll be at 11 p.m. on Daddy Rap Podcast on YouTube. Shout out to Sam because Sam requested that like months ago, so we finally gonna do it.
Yeah, I just saw the movie last night too, so
Great.
I'm ready. All right. Saturday, I'm still trying to figure out the time. It's the Rap City, Layla's Wisdom. Shout out to Rap City, by the
Oh,
way. Stuff like that. Then this Sunday, it's going to be the Rage, the final Rage album, Renegades, the covers album, which I really cannot wait to talk about that one. So, yes, sir. And then next week, it's going to be the whole Batman week, all Batman related shit. That's going to be my contribution to Halloween
right.
and stuff. So, thank y'all so much, Ashley, Lamont.
Lamont.
Thank y'all so
Salute
much.
Lamont. We gotta bring Lamont back too, yo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely gonna talk about some R&B in the future and
Yeah.
shit. Definitely. Um, well, we did all the Janet albums. Which
Finally. Oh God.
Yeah.
Don't kill me, Janet fans.
yes. Finally did all the Janet albums, the Controls,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Yes.
Motivations. We even did the debut albums. We
Right.
even did
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
remind me.
Yeah. We did that in Dream
Lord.
Street.
Yes. And I even mentioned Designer for Decade too. So don't
Yes.
nobody ask me to do that one.
Greatest hits are great.
We even talked about Poetic Justice and shit too. So
Right.
Oh wow.
Mm.
We did everything, Janet. Now the documentary is next.
unless y'all want to talk about why did I get married.
Oh God.
Oh.
I'm good.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
You want our fans mad at me more?
I don't give a fuck. I don't like why did I get married too. I don't
Hey,
give a
attack him. You hear what he's saying? REG
no,
YouTube.
no. You know what? I just have to say this. I just have to say this before I go. why the fuck did they act like The Rock was gonna be her Jesus, her Lord and Savior after shit like that? Like
Wow.
that was the only part of the movie. They crucified Malik Yoba's character and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Tyler knew about the trends then. I don't know about that yet, but they crucified his character, made him abusive. Then next thing you know it, he got all mad, got hit by a car. Oh, one year later, we didn't even see the girl grieve
Right.
one bit and shit like that. Next
Mm.
you know it, Dwayne Johnson comes. She smiles. I hate that shit.
Man.
Mm.
I just have to say it because I just have to say it, boy. Fuck that movie. Fuck it.
God.
Fuck it. But anyway, thank y'all so much for
Yeah.
watching. Case said no Tyler Perry slander will be covered. Yeah. I like Tyler, but I have to say my shit.
Mm.
Hope y'all have a good night. Stay
Bro.
safe.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
See
Peace.
y'all later.